Alright, so, let me briefly explain Backpack Hero for anybody who doesn't know what this game's all about. Basically, this is a game where you have a backpack, and you put items in the backpack, and the items will synergize with other items in the backpack, depending on where they're placed in the backpack, and then you go through, like, magical fights, and you use all these items to kill enemies. And it's basically like a deck-building game, sort of based on the idea of, like, you ever heard the expression of trying to Tetris something into, like, a backpack? Like, you ever just get enough stuff in your backpack where it's almost so close to fitting, and you have to figure out what position to put it in order to get it all to fit? This is basically what this game is, but you're doing it with enchanted items. Now, I haven't played this game in a while, so there's a lot of stuff that I don't remember about it. Like, you have all these playable characters, they all have different playstyles, I assume, but we're just gonna jump right into it with the character that I do know, which is this basic character. So, welcome to the dungeon. You must conquer the dungeon by delving deep to the center to discover the ancient cheeses hidden there. You're armed only with your magic backpack. You head into the dungeon, knowing very few make it back alive. Very much so, because I am not really that amazing at this game. But I do know quite a few strategies that do work. At least for a little while. I can show you. Yeah, so basically, you get these items, and you can rotate them however you want, and you have to place them in the backpack. So, you can fit all these items in here like that. You can see all the effects of these items. Like, you get this on use, deals 7 damage, on use adds 7 block, on use adds 2 energy. In combat, you click items to use them. You must defeat all enemies to continue. So we can, just for as an example, I can use my shield, and that will give me 7 defense for this turn, or like 7 block. And that basically just negates damage done. And my sword will deal, say 7 damage for each point of energy. And I only have 3 points of energy per turn, so... And you can also see what the opponent's next turn will be. Like, look in here. As I say, we gotta defeat all the enemies to continue. And you can plan exactly what you're going to be doing based on what their next action is. So, for example here, they're going to add 13 blocks, so better get in those attacks now. And you win! We also level up, so we get to pick more spaces for a magic expanding backpack. Like Mary Poppins' bag up in here. Yeah, so basically, once you finish a battle, you get 3 items. Actually, you get this whole bundle of items here, and you get 3 items from this bundle here, so I can pick any of them. So one strategy is just to maximize as much armor as possible. So, for instance, you can see here I can get some knight's armor. Adjacent and diagonal shields and armor get +2 block. Means that if I really want to, then I could shift this around here. Kind of what I'd probably do, so I'll take the armor. I also got Mana Stones, which Mana Stones... It's basically like a different kind of energy, where you connect magical objects together, and based on how many Mana Stones is how often you can use those magical objects or whatever. We'll get into that as we play, of course, but... You get to pick some more here. Poultice. As you can see, items will have different sizes, and generally speaking, really good items tend to be really big. So, for example, this will deal 4 damage to all enemies, but if there's an adjacent weapon, it will do -3 damage, which, I'm not actually going to take that. I'm going to take the poultice, and I'll take this. And once we've sorted all that out, and of course, if you leave stuff out of the backpack, then it will disappear next time you go somewhere, so you just keep on going through the crypt. Unknown event. There's a bunch of 0s and 1s. The wall splits open. Inside you can see a vast abyss. Green eyes peer in. You recognize them as the eyes of a predator. Strange sounds echo from the place and an offer is made. Pick a rare item for a curse. And basically, curses are items that take up space in your backpack, and oftentimes they have debuffs, and they tend to be kind of difficult to get rid of. So, no thanks. Might be more worth it later on, but... Also see what I can get here. Just get plenty of healing items, like you got spoiled milk. Adds 10 block, but also adds 2 poison. I think we're gonna continue on to another battle. So as you can see, because of my armor, I have 4 block. And also, again, check what they're gonna do in their next turn. So we'll attack for 7 damage. And this person will... Hermit Crab Bomb will not do anything on its next turn, so... Attack 3 times, and we will very quickly see all the ways that we can make these items synergize, and I have many a story to tell about all the strange strategies that I've come up with in my time playing this game. Okay, I can also note the other 2 things you can do here. That you can reorganize your inventory, but it costs all your energy. Or you can scratch the enemy for 3 damage, and that costs 1 energy, so you're never without a way to actually attack. Just in case you forget to actually take any weapons with you. Self-destruct dealing 30 damage. Oh dear, don't really want that to happen, so I'll use 1 use of my damage knife. You can choose anywhere to put these 4 spaces. I tend to spread them out generally kind of evenly, though. If I really want to, I can have another suit of armor. Which, yeah. Which you can see that these will affect each other and give +2 block to each other. So that means that in total I actually get 12 block. But as you can see, it also takes up a lot of space, so... and that's how you get into the balancing act here. I can't sort of opt into or sort of opt to take a bunch of very specific items. You know, they might synergize well with each other, but maybe they'll take up a lot of space, maybe they won't synergize as well as you think. I think what I can also do is I could replace my sword here. I'm gonna do that. I'll take this key. As you can see here, I got 12 block. But on the downside, I did throw away my sword, and now I only have a cleaver. It only deals 4 damage, but it doesn't take up a lot of space, so... and I've been cursed. Some enemies create curses. You'll need to find a space for these in your backpack. They can be placed over items, and you can rearrange them later, but you can't just throw them out. In combat, you can use the curse to remove it. You can also choose to skip curses by taking damage, but the more you skip, the more dangerous they become. Yes, you have a basic curse here, and it just takes up space, so I can use 1 energy to destroy it. But again, yeah, that takes up 1 energy, so... Leather boots. Reach space above this, +1 block. Now here's where we start getting with the juggling act here, where I can decide to take this out in favor of this. That's only going to give me 3 block, as opposed to the block that I get for taking up 2 extra slots. I got a golden shiv. I'm definitely going to take that. For some reason I tend to orient my weapons in a weird way. You can't just orient these anywhere you want. Yes, I checked people don't tend to wear their armor upside down, but you know, I suppose you can do that. And here's where we're getting to some of the magical items. You see, it costs mana instead of energy, and that's what the mana stone is for. Pick this up, and it will take 2 slots up, but it will take 2 slots diagonally. Yeah, it's very fun to get experimental in this game, though, you know? Like, I've had some playthroughs where I spec really into magic, had some where I tried getting a bunch of armor, some where I tried making some ridiculous item combinations. Yeah, and I'm sure this playthrough will be no different. Let's keep going. Through the crypt. A forge. Many items can be upgraded at the forge. The forge costs money, but you can use it multiple times. Each forge has different upgrades, so be sure to check. You can see how many upgrades an item can receive on its card. If it can be upgraded, there will be a number in the bottom right next to an anvil symbol. Like to add 3 damage to a weapon. She takes the item, turns it a few times, then presses it to her anvil. Her hammer sends sparks flying, and you turn around to cover your eyes. When you turn back, it glows with a new purpose. I helped. Enemies, you say? I see, I think they start moving as soon as they spot you on the world map, so... And they got quite a lot of health. Basically got this basic wand here, so I can use it once. Giving me 2 regen, so I'll recover 2 health. As you can see, it costs 1 mana stones. Or costs 1 mana. And if I recall correctly, I forgot if mana stones get replenished after your turn or after the battle ends. I don't remember, but, you know. Take the poultice. Yeah, I think the thing about mana stones is that they only get replenished after you fight, so they'll stay like that for the rest of battle, but there are ways of replenishing mana. There's also some very powerful mana items, so it can be useful to keep a few mana stones around for that. As you can see, I get additional gold if I make sure to use the golden shiv. Oh. Huh? So far, yeah, this will all be pretty straightforward, just hacking mostly, but later on, I mean, there's some insane stuff you can manage. Ah, I see, I gotta... Okay, I think I gotta hit him multiple times. That makes sense. Oh, I gotta be attacking the Rat King. Down with the Rat King! Man, he's got way too much defense to do any real damage. Oh, should have been keeping an eye on my health. Then again, not that I could have really done anything about it. Well, we can retry. This is a roguelike, so you can delve right back into the dungeon and start up again. You always get the same starting items, so... And this is one of my favorite strategies, even though it stops working after a while, is to get as many of these items that will give you spikes as possible. Because there's a lot of items that will do that. I can get just loads of those, and just let the enemies take care of themselves. Basically, when they attack you, if you have a lot of spikes on you, then some of their damage gets redirected back at them. Hatchet. Actually, yeah, there's another strategy too where you can forego armor altogether and just get as many hatchets as possible. So we do it like that. You can see, because of my spikes, if I get attacked, it will deal them damage. See, if I get a bunch of hatchets, then I can just do a bunch of damage with that. So I might actually do that. I'll start carrying a bunch of these. Flowers. Thorns. Get more roses. As I said, it's been a while since I played this game, so there's a lot of stuff that I don't remember. Nestled deep in the throng of mushrooms, you see a magical font. Its cool water is flowing above the water. A humid mist circles and spills over the edge. In the distance you hear frogs croaking. No, chanting. A prayer plus 3 max HP. Take a bath plus 15 HP. Kick it over! Let's just say a prayer. Let's be at least nice here. Also because I really do want to get my health up, because the more I can do that, the easier it is to survive, obviously. You wish to make it home safely, your backpack overflowing with rare cheeses. You feel a warmth in you. You can do this. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this entire mission is just for, like, some cheese. Never got anywhere close to getting that cheese, but, you know. Oh yeah, you also have the machete, which is basically like these hatchets, but takes up 3 spaces and doesn't have the armor requirement, so... I think it's armor specifically and shields are okay. So I could take this. I think I'll just stick with this stuff. Chris. That's interesting, I actually thought it took up a slot, but apparently it doesn't. Organized now to claim the sword that I already have. Get 3 more spaces. Battle ring. Hey. Nifty? Oh my. H has crept in around his snout. You can see the white fur and shaggy edges from around his coat. I'm getting out of the game, he says. If you have something to eat, I might as well give you my cleaver. Good to me, he says. You can't believe that he eats the whole thing without a moment's thought. Here you go, he says, and hands you his chef's knife. Won't be needing this anymore. Heart Cleaver deals 4 damage. When Cleaver kills a non-summon enemy, heals 1 HP. That's useful. Huh. Unstable mana. Never seen that item before. We can go see the merchant. If I recall correctly, yeah, we can even sell stuff to him as well. Sell that. Sell that. This weapons and throw get +2 damage. You can see, yeah, that's how you synergize loads of stuff together. But if I stick those all in the same row, that they do +2 damage. All of those. Wow. At least with that transaction. Go to the forge. At 3 damage to a weapon. Much damage does that do? 12 damage? Wow. Dark Wand. Really do kind of want to see if I can fit this in here now. Repsecutioner. Repsecutioner? What kind of a name is a Repsecutioner? Emerald. Weapons in this column get +2 damage. Yeah, I can't say no to that, can I? Take a bath. The water feels warm and relaxing on your skin. The croaking grows louder. From behind a mushroom, a frog nods at you. Your wounds are healed. Not sure how that works, but, you know, I do like a nice refreshing bath as much as the next guy. You see, it deals 14 damage now. You can bring that up to 15. Get another unstable mana. Another rose. Now we get to fight the first boss. 135. Alright. We should be able to take him down just fine, I'm sure. Took himself out. Ah, now we get to really good rare item here. Fluffy Cotton. -2 to mana cost of adjacent and diagonal wands. All wands get this effect applied. On use, +1 to mana cost this turn. Just take this. Yet another mana stone. I have so many of these now. Later on, thankfully, you do get, like, bigger ones, so you're not just stuck carrying all those around. I'm definitely have to take that. It's mostly keeping your health intact is kind of difficult in this game. It's a tough decision. Take the 5 max health. Gonna gamble. So let's see, Deep Cave or Enchanted Swamp? I want to see what the Enchanted Swamp is like. Alright. Another hatchet, I'm definitely gonna want that. Going right into our next battle. Salamander. I love the sprite for the salamander. So cute. Oh, I didn't even notice. It's, yeah, that works on the hatchets, too. Ah, I should have positioned for that, then. That would have been a good opportunity to show off how your positioning really does matter in this, but, let's see here. So we'll show you all the weapons that it affects. What I can do is position it like this. It's gonna make the amethyst less effective, but is that worth it? And I think it is, so you can even get another one. I'll place that, here, and I'll swap out those. You can see how ridiculous this gets, so I use this once. And you see that'll heal me once each time. I can slowly heal up. Got a flute. Or another hatchet. Well, and clearly we've figured out the strategy here, which might end up being a mistake. I don't know. I will also mention that there are some enemies that will immediately run away if you kill the other enemies, so probably have been thinking about that more. Now let's see here. His mustache twitches slightly as he examines your backpack. See any other forgers recently, he asks? They may tell you that your items have a limit, but it wasn't always so. Us old badgers know a different way. Oh, that's neat. I'm taking on this sword, just because I want to see how much damage I can get on a sword. I'm gonna make that thing so powerful. 3 damage to a weapon, and it does 17 damage. Spin the wheel. Ah, it's this thing, yeah. What was that? There's an item along a diagonal line gets -2 energy. Each turn adds 2 energy. Well, that's kind of useless. It's worth a fair bit. Let's press on then. The love potion. I might take the love potion. Charm the enemy. Oh. If an enemy has more charm than health, it will fight for the player. That's interesting. That's really cool, actually. Blessing. Sorry. It was nice being friends with you while it lasted, Frog Wizard. I tend to keep most of my items pretty intact. I never really feel the need to change them that much if the strategy's working out, but you can choose to put a lot into singular items like I decided to do here, so then again, maybe I'll find something that's way better that I should have taken, you know? You get the water flask, which is probably the most useful energy-giving item. Keep going. Left gauntlet. The boo-hoo buckler. I love the name for that. Yeah, take that actually, it's useful. Get even more spaces to play around with. This is getting to be quite a big backpack here. I'll take that with me. I just forgot, you can take blocks with you. It's a bit weird to just be carrying around bricks in your pocket. It's locked. Use a key on it. Yes, I can. Horns, I'll take the rose. Let's make a deal. His cloak billows as he steps out from the shadows. We can make a trade, you and I, he says. You know risks are involved. A different item of the same rarity. First blade, huh? Guess I don't have much use for that, huh? Make it to the finale level. Now, what are we up against? Speaker. The speaker interprets the will of the Dark Lady. One of the summoning bosses. Already deal quite a bit of damage. It's a lot of damage. Alright. Oh! Pulling out the whole gang here. See, yeah, now they're all gonna run away, huh? Not much without your speaker. Yeah, skedaddle. Now we get another rare item. Deals 53 damage. 53 damage! And this is why I love Backpack Hero. Because you get crazy combinations like this. That's incredible. Got the Frozen Heart or the Magma Core. It's cold enough outside already. I want to go someplace hot. Like a nice Magma Core. I need a key. I need a key. Cards hold your future or your doom. That's a matching game. Lucky. Alright. Red Pearl. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 60 damage now. Just look at how many things are affecting it. Got a base damage of 7, 2x Forge, Red Pearl, Emerald, Amethyst, Ruby, multiplied by 250%. Wow. Some crazy stuff right there. Go back down to the Forge. 1 poison. Better have it there, because then it affects this too. So this deals 43 damage. Ah, these all deal, like, ridiculous numbers of damage now. That is incredible. I'm genuinely in awe. I've never seen that much damage on a weapon in this game, because I haven't gotten that far in this game. That just cuts them down like butter. We can get another hatchet. Jade Axe. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to fit that in there. I see I gotta defeat, like, 3 of them. We leveled up, of course. Get even more space in here. And I can get some huge mana stones now. I'm doing really well for myself here. Let's just like to mention that I love the fact that it's with the beginner sword that I got at the start. You know, usually starter weapons in games tend to not be very good, but not here. You can keep them with you and make them really good if you know what you're doing. Oh, we got a shiv, which is a bit like a hatchet, but not as good. You get spikes, so I better take them out first. Or take them both out in the same turn, that works. Get yet another hatchet. I'm starting to get really, like, not crowded necessarily, but starting to get, like, really confusing here. Oh, Citrine, of course, because we really need more damage boosting items, huh? And of course we know where that's going. The actually interesting thing about citrine is that it actually does matter where you orientate it. So now it deals 68 damage. Ace Cleaver. I should do a run that only has cleavers, that'd be cool. Onto the boss, actually. I like the Spiral. Grandmaster, he's got 700 health. Alright, I think maybe they do expect you to have a weapon that can do this much damage. I can knock off like half of his health. Also siphon off his own health to heal my own. Yeah, I got this in the bag. Just gonna run anyway, I can still take him out. 2 additional spaces, I can round out there. See my game stats here. Items seen, 370. Damage dealt, 6,000, wow. Sandwich. I guess take sandwich. Sure, remember, I think in older versions of this game, there was an item that was like, spices. And I remember it, because you could get like 8 spices, and all your healing items would be like really powerful. I can probably guess why they removed that. Risker's Twitch, there it is, the golden cheese. With delicious food, many new villagers will flock to Arderia. Really? So it actually ends after 9 floors. That would have gone on longer than that. I mean, yeah, I don't want this to end. Let's continue in endless mode. Keep going. Badger stands by her anvil, her arms strong and resilient from years spent in the dungeon. Add 3 damage to a weapon. Right, sweet. Can go even further. Diamond. Adjacent diagonal weapons get 2 damage. Of course I gotta get that. I mean, generally don't hourglasses not work when you turn them on their side? Damage just do 73 damage, wow. Used to be I would play this game and 73 damage that wouldn't even be a number I would have even thought about. Get 2 more hatchets if I want. Might as well. They all get damage boosts, and there's so many of them. That doesn't even matter that the damage goes down after each turn, because you've already killed half the enemies on your first turn. You took them all out in 1 turn. I got a salami. Deals 20 HP and removes 2 max HP. Wow. And well, don't eat the salami, I guess. Who knew salami lowers your life expectancy? Wow. Yep, you know the drill. Gotta maximize as many of these hatchets as possible. Not getting through airport security with that, though. That to you. Buy another hatchet. Sell that to you. Buy another hatchet. Spin the wheel. I hope I get another hatchet. No, just kidding. I feel like I'm getting to the point where I can't actually improve this that much more. Well, except for doing this. So let's see if this boss even stands a chance. Ultimate machine, perfectly crafted and impervious to all damage. Are you sure about that? Are you absolutely sure that it's impervious to all damage? I'm just saying. Ah! With secretly 3 children and a knight's armor uniform. I don't know. Alright, great. Good deep cave. Let's go to the deep cave. Oh. Clearly my grasp on the English language is very poor, which is strange despite the fact that I live in America. Another hatchet. I don't actually think I can fit it in there without getting rid of anything that's important. The fox steps out from the shadows. Natural prey says, "If we battle, I shall make short work of you. Be friend or foe?" Guess I'm a friend, huh? Natsu steps aside to let you pass. Your tail twitches instinctively. You're lucky he let you live. Okay, well, what if I do make you regret it? Draws the sword, slowly sizing you up. It's 36,000. Oh no. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna regret this. Okay, well, yeah, I might be a little boned here. Well, we had a good run. Shouldn't have made enemies with the fox. Lesson to us all. I take a screenshot of that. I'll mark the end of this. It's a video here, so hope you enjoyed it. And check out Backpack Hero. It's a good game.